Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Paul McGinley Field for this match between the Southwestern Pirates and the Whitworth Pirates. We got some Pirates on Pirates. We had Tigers v Tigers last week. My name's Chris Hockland. With me is Scott Lebo. Should be an interesting game. I think two teams looking to recover from an unexpected result on Friday. Right, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. Got the Pirate Bowl here, but neither team would be extremely happy with what happened on Friday, particularly not Whitworth, but both teams will be looking to bounce back. Whitworth had a great start to the year, started 2-0. I'm sure that they'll have some plan on how to get back to their winning form.
Yeah, so Whitworth now come in 2-1. Whitworth out of Spokane, Washington. One of their notable alumni, Michael Allen, former NFL player on opening weekend of NFL. And Doug Long played for the Seahawks. So Whitworth, they come in, of course, 2-1, lost to Trinity 4-0 on Friday in something of a shock. We'll run you through their starting 11 as they get ready to be announced. Just a couple changes, and they're changes that Whitworth have been making throughout the season. There have been these kind of switches as they sort of get going with the season, start settling on an 11. So in goal, we've got the change. Dax Flanders comes in to replace Aiden Chase. In midfield, Sebastian Horn comes in to replace Aiden Sanders. That's been pretty standard for them all season. The other change is forced. Christian Warwick suspended, so Dawson Hewitt comes in. He copped a second yellow late on in the game on Friday, so suspended for a red card. So that means your team for Whitworth is Flanders in goal, Reeves Oakman, Sebastian Horn, Cameron Gardner, Caden Martin, Cole Friesen, who is their dangerous striker, who we said his name a lot on Friday. Watch for him. When they send the ball forward, he's very pacey, very quick. He's going to get on the end of those. Clayton Crockett, Keegan Davis, Dawson Hewitt, Johnny Finnegan, Kincaid Sund, and Ryan Cruz are your starters. And my player to watch for them, apart from Cole Friesen, because I used him on Friday, can't keep talking about him. Let's say Reeves Oakman, out of Winter Garden, Florida, was a really active defender, got forward well, really good, vital player on that transition, and I think they were better defensively when he was playing on Friday. When he was off the field, it was a little difficult. Southwestern, only change for them is in goal. Jackson Tucker comes in for Scott Johnson. Beyond that, it's the same. Although I am looking, there was one change. There was one number they flagged to us, and it has happened. So Grayson Pinto is in. There were concerns that he might not start. He pulled up through the warm-ups well. So Grayson Pinto in as well. He was a late scratch on Friday. Now he's in. So it's Tucker, Cooper Pero, Elliot Miller, Raghav Sharma, Landon Gunther, Grayson Pinto, Nico Colgrove, Colin Otten, Lucas Cipleu, Keegan Hardy, and Michael Grimm, who we've talked about a lot, really dangerous on free kicks. For me, the player to watch is Nico Colgrove. He's really good getting forward. He was looking dangerous throughout, had a lot of key passes that just couldn't find that final man. We're going to do the anthem. We're going to go on mute so YouTube doesn't pull us off the air, and we'll be right back. We are back now. So the players are going to high-five each other and the referees and get ready for this match. Yeah, it's sort of a bit of a recovery match for both teams, really, as they look to have a bit of a better result. I didn't think Whitworth were like 4-0 bad on Friday. It just kind of happened very rapidly at the start of the second half, which shows like one bad passage in soccer can really blow out a game. Because they certainly weren't that bad for the whole game at all.
No, an absolute banger from Adam Knutson, and then a header at the back post from Hunter Kane, and kind of fell apart from there. But 2 goals when you're already down 1 can be really crushing. It came in quick succession just to start the half. It's hard to bounce back from that, but they've got today to try and do just that.
And of course, Pirates of the Caribbean playing in the background for the Pirates versus the Pirates, which I appreciate. I don't know who's running the music today, but that's a fantastic choice. But yeah, Whitworth's head coach, Kevin Moon. It's his second season with Whitworth. He's got a 14-5-4 record. He was an interim coach last year. He's been given the full-time title that he earned. He's an alumni. He played for the Pirates from 1988 to 1991. He won 3 conference titles. I believe that was NAIA days for Whitworth. Not 100% on that one. He's got a USSF A license. He's been the ODP coach for Washington. For Southwestern, they're coached by Dustin Norman. He's in his 7th season, 56, 25, and 19. This is his first head coaching position. He's been an assistant all over, mostly in Texas, SMU, Houston Baptist, but also Mercer, Middle Georgia. He played for Maryville College. So the teams get ready. It's going to be, we're glad to see the music's being appreciated. We appreciate it. I thought it was a great choice. I'm honestly surprised. This should be every team called Pirates hype song. Should be the Pirates of the Caribbean theme. So it's going to be Whitworth in the red and black. They're going from left to right by the looks of things, unless they surprise me. And Southwestern in the yellow. They're going from right to left on your screen. I was interested to see what color jersey is, because both teams actually have an alternate color of black, which should be their Sunday jersey, but Southwestern have gone with their first jersey, which is the yellow, and Whitworth have a third that's red because they wore white and black on Friday. Not many teams have thirds though. Trinity have like 20 though, it seems. Yeah, Trinity could wear a different kit every day. Every game. Every night could be theme night. Not that we do any theme nights here in Trinity, but they could. So we are underway here as things get started. Whitworth with possession, so they lost the toss. Don't think the sun will be much of a factor like it was on Friday night. The weather's really nice, actually. Got a little bit of a breeze. It's like mid-70s. It'll probably hit up to mid-80s during this game. Second game will be a bit tougher. So the early game gets the tough conditions on Friday. The late game gets the tough conditions on Sunday. But we might finally be hitting fall in San Antonio, so that'd be nice.
Feels like it. It does.
As the Pirates, I can't say the Pirates. You'll have no idea who I'm talking about. It's a throw-in for Southwestern is where we're at. This is interesting. A long throw off of the... No, he was thinking about it. I think he's decided wisely to not do that. Although it's a heck of a long throw from basically a 2-step run-up. Partial clearance from Whitworth, gathered by Southwestern. Good run up the left here from Colgrove. He's got pressure.
Whitworth coach already going and telling the AR to watch on the illegal throws, making sure he goes all the way over his head. It did look like he kind of went a little sideways, so maybe just a word of advice.
Yeah, foul throws. You never see them called, but they happen all the time. Yeah. So you have to go completely behind your head. It has to go all the way back. It has to be straight. So you have to throw it the way you're facing. You can't flick it to the side. And one foot has to be on the... Both feet have to be on the ground. Both feet have to be on the ground. So you see people drag their back foot to keep it on the ground a lot. A few years ago, we saw someone who did one of those cool flips. Ball sent in, headed forward. It's going to go wide, though. And that'll be a goal kick for Dax Flanders. First-year goalkeeper out of Milani, Hawaii. Whitworth do have a pretty strong Hawaiian contingent. Makes sense. They're on the west coast. Drastic weather change, though, for the Hawaii students to be in Washington State. Goes over the top, headed away. Good work there from Whitworth defensively. I'll say Whitworth, I know it's going to sound weird given they were 4-0 down on Friday, but they were pretty well organized defensively for the most part.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. First half goal came from absolute brilliant play from a midfielder, and then first goal of the second half came from a long shot, and then a corner kick was the third. And by that point, Whitworth kind of settled into the fact that the game might have been out of reach for them, and things changed. But up until that point, I mean, really good goals from Trinity rather than mistakes by Whitworth.
Yeah, I think maybe the corner. It was a free header, but that's if I'm nitpicking, you know what I mean? It was also just really great run, good positioning from Trinity to create the free space. So, you know, I wouldn't read too much into what happened on Friday for Whitworth. It just kind of ballooned very quickly. And then, like, both teams played their reserves for most of the second half after that. So don't read too much into it. I'm sure the USC voters will. It's impossible to watch every single game, right? So you've got to go on results. Because they theoretically vote on Tuesdays, I think. You don't have enough time to watch every game. What are there, 300-something schools in NCAA Division III? You ain't watching 150 games.
No, maybe if you had, like, highlight reels like you do for the pros, you could watch every highlight reel, but we don't provide that option.
Yeah, some teams do, but not enough teams. Not every team. That's not a judgment, though. People work very hard on a D3 budget. Goes to the far post, headed down. Whitworth controlling. Like to see them kind of get some patience and calmness on the ball. It feels like they've rushed a lot to try and swing the ball forward really quickly, which I get. Like, you have Friesen up there. He's quick. You can get the ball forward quickly, but I think they're better served just taking it calmly. There he is. Friesen on the ball, swarmed immediately by two Southwestern players. So throw in here for Southwestern. Out of Georgetown, Texas, right by Austin. Throw in right on halfway. Headed on. Going forward, looking for Gunther. Good header there from Crockett to stop it getting through. Cleared away, not enough though for Whitworth. There's the turn. Bit of a hint of a shirt tug there. Caden Martin on the ball. Or Pinto on the ball. Going back.
Yes, right.
Cut the option for the switch. They have to go back to Sharma. Wind really high here this morning. It is that more traditional wind, though. It's coming in from the goal to the right on your screen, so that'll be with Southwestern for this half. But it is much stronger than it was on Friday.
Feels nice for us, though. I don't know about how the goalkeepers will like it, but
yeah, certainly when you're defending that left side goal as you look at it on the screen, it's going to be a challenge if they shoot long. I've seen long goals in San Antonio in an NCAA Division III game. Goal sent from about 80 yards into the back of the net here in San Antonio, and it was this kind of wind on a free kick in the NCAA National Championship semi-final in overtime to win it.
wow.
It was dramatic. And then he ran in front of the opposition bench. I don't think he meant to. It was just that was the bench that was in front of him. Opportunity for Southwestern. Really good defence there from Whitworth through Crockett, which is a name we associate with defence in San Antonio. Foul. I don't think he expected to get that call, judging by the reaction.
Few interesting notes and change in positions this game for Whitworth. Friesen played on the wing, this right wing near to us, in the first half of that game on Friday, and Crockett played up top at 9 in that game. So far here, Crockett and Friesen both playing in midfield, looking to pick up the ball deeper, although right now Friesen's up at 9. I expect him to switch quite a lot with Gardner up there.
That was a good effort there from Gardner, just couldn't get through. Good ball. going to go long. Going to be a throw for Whitworth. Yeah, I think, look, you've got the preseason, technically preseason, the non-conference games to work on. Although, I believe Whitworth's next match is their NWC opener. So, may as well go for things and try things today because your next game, which is a couple weeks away, counts a lot more than this one, at least.
I think it's really interesting what they're doing because I've picked up a little bit more on it now that I'm not looking down and trying to draw out their formations. That Friesen, in attack, when they have possession, he's the high player. They want to use his speed. But when they don't have the ball, Gardner's playing high. He's leading the press so that Friesen can be more involved in the midfield and in the defending aspect of things. It's a lot to ask of a number 9, though, in Friesen to get back and do the dirty work in midfield as well.
That's a beautiful pass. Comes out really well there from Oakman for Cruz. It's going to be a throw for Whitworth.
Yeah, really impressive combination play from Cruz and Crockett there to keep that ball in play and not lose possession and then win the throw in the end.
Which will be taken by Oakman over the top. Big contest. Foul called. So the reason for the foul is he's coming in with his studs up over the top of the ball. It's just a little dangerous. So calls it, nothing more. But we'll get another look at it. You'll see it here, which is what he already did on the play. And then the referee blows it away. Only gained the ball. Had he have kept his boot a little flatter instead of up like that, I think they would have let that run.
This could be a really dangerous set piece in the wind.
Especially with Michael Grimm on the ball.
Yep. Keep an eye on Flanders here. It could just lob over him in the breeze. What a ball.
Goes in, headed forward. Gathered there by Dax Flanders.
That was an absolutely perfect ball in from Grimm.
Yeah, Michael Grimm, also a historic game for him. Congratulations, Michael Grimm. 50th career start. He does have 11 assists in his career. One already this season.
And one absolutely insane goal I keep bringing up every time he plays.
Yeah, season opener. Or in the season opener. I think his was the second goal of that game.
Yeah, later game winner type goal.
Yeah, it's true. Was the game winner. 4th of his career. That's gone straight up. But in the end, well gathered by Flanders. Does well.
Something, though, that Southwestern have done in every game we've watched them. They have these long throw-ins that they like to use, but they don't throw it directly to the player that they want to shoot. They throw it first man at the near post. He then will flick it onto the back post. It creates problems for the defense. It's really hard to mark after that second ball, especially when you don't know it's coming, and Southwestern always know it's coming. They make late runs in the box. They create chaos. Their long throw-ins can cause problems for opposition defense.
Oh, big chance here. As the ball slips away, Gardner making a run. He's pacey.
And just see here, Friesen going up top and Gardner dropping all the way back down in midfield here. He's really going to have to do a lot of dirty work in this game, pressing without the ball as a number 9 and then coming back in midfield, not getting to go forward too much despite the fact that he lines up as the 9 for most of the time.
Yeah, definitely a formation shift there, having Gardner up there. I'm interested to see how it's going to work for him. He does have speed. He's maybe not quite as quick as Friesen, but he's quick. The grad student playing in his 5th season due to COVID. I think this is the last year we can have that happen. Or one more year. Next year, people might, if they were first years in 2020, be playing their 5th season. And then it's all back to 4 seasons, which means people who we might see some appearance records set in the next couple of years that'll probably never be broken. Ball sent long. Because you're on the other way to get 5 is to redshirt, and you can't redshirt and have played a lot in that season.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see. Has a look around. Goes back. I think the right choice. The options weren't there. Cam Gardner maybe has one of my favorite fun facts. Likes underwater basket reaving.
Wow.
He specified underwater. which I don't know is a bit.
What a niche
It's
interest.
such a fascinating thing. He's into some more traditional pursuits.
No, but that's the
That's
coolest
the
one.
coolest one. He does enjoy snowboarding as well, which,
That's a pretty cool one as well.
being based up there in Washington, I think he's got plenty of opportunity to do it.
I've got respect for that. I'm from Colorado, so
Yeah, I've seen snow. I live in San Antonio. It snows here every now and again. Every couple of years we get one.
we had a day a few years ago when it dropped below 40 degrees and we had online school because it was too cold. And I laughed. I've gone to school in negative 15 degrees, so
That stays in. It bounces off the flag. Flag is in.
that's always a fun one. Don't see it very often.
Ball just stopped too. Came off the flag and just stopped. I don't think you could quite see it just because of the trees over there. But yeah, ball hit the flag and just completely stopped.
It's been a great build from Whitworth here to release some of the pressure that they've been feeling early on in this game. Long ball into your number 9 and Friesen, who brings it down excellently and then lays it off to a teammate, switch of play, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, another good opportunity to get forward here. Over the top was a good choice with how packed in Southwestern was. It was hard to break through. Beats one, can't quite beat the second. I thought he might have got through it. So Whitworth here, working on the left.
And Whitworth already looked way better in possession than they ever did on Friday. They had to defend a lot against Trinity. This is looking promising for them today, though.
Yeah, especially that second half. It was a really very little came over halfway into Trinity's half. Throw in for Southwestern to relieve some of this pressure. Still scoreless here through the first 15 minutes in the Pirate Derby. I don't know. Oh, yes, I do. El Bucanero. I was going to say, I don't know how to say pirate in Spanish, so we can't convert it, but I do. It's Bucanero. So, El Bucanero as opposed to El Clásico. Whitworth again, which is what I said I wanted was this sort of patient, don't rush yourself. So it's nice to see it's been working for them.
No, and that was really smooth as well. Calm under a lot of pressure there. Nice easy pass to release all of it in one foul swoop.
Gardner there turns well. He's got really great footwork as well, does Gardner. He's really good on the ball, switching between feet.
No, and sometimes you think about, smaller players like them. They have such a low center of gravity. That's why a guy like Lionel Messi is such a great dribbler. He has such a low center of gravity and can change direction so quickly. Gardner, similar style of play.
Big hint of being a push in the back, but I think just pretty physical.
Yeah, I think it's just jostling for position in the box a little bit. Friesen going down a little easily, maybe trying to draw something. But, that type of contact in the box, I don't think that's going to get called very often.
Yeah, Alan Shearer did used to say, if you don't go down in the box, if you get touched in the box and you don't go down, you're an idiot, is what he said.
Well,
That's an Alan Shearer quote. That's not me.
I'd say then I prefer to play with idiots.
Of course, Alan Shearer was a professional player talking about the professional game. So, I don't know why an England player would want someone to go down because they're notoriously bad at penalties.
So
but
bad.
anyway.
Well, dangerous win there.
Good opportunity on the counter here for Southwestern. Ball sent forward for Colgrove. Goes in off the side netting. Referee looks to his assistant. We have the first substitution of the day.
Number 10, Towns Wallace.
It's going to be Towns Wallace. I'm going to guess coming in for Pinto, which was kind of something that was flagged as maybe happening.
Yeah,
So-
probably some load management as well. We talked about the fact that got pulled out of the starting lineup late during warm-ups on Friday due to what we'll perceive as a knock or something like that during warm-ups. Wasn't guaranteed to be in the starting lineup today either. There was conversation about whether he would or not. All depended on his warm-up. He had a good warm-up, started the game, but still probably not 100%.
Yeah, he played a little under 20 minutes in the first half, so we'll get a 22, 23-minute halftime. and maybe we'll see him again in the second half.
Yeah, maybe he'll. I wouldn't be surprised, and this is an interesting strategy to do, but give him a long break in the middle. You could give him until the very end of the game. You play the first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes, some of the most important minutes in the entire game. Let him set the tone up top for your team, and then let Wallace do the hard work.
Yeah, Pinto's been impressive when we've seen him play here. Good turn there from Friesen. Yeah, definitely. It's a beautiful ball through. It might just beat him, slid in, but it's going to be a free kick against Whitworth. Beautiful, beautiful ball from Friesen, though.
Yeah, we had the perfect angle for that one. It just slipped right in between the defenders, right behind. And that's when you get the defender facing the wrong way. You can play it right behind his back. Yeah. It's so close
There's
to it.
There's that look again. Just got a little too far forward, came in, got him from behind. Free kick, easy decision. So we're back to live action now. Free kick, throw in for Whitworth. Ball goes down.
That's a great ball. Go.
Well controlled there. Passing's been great. It's just there's not someone up front, which was the problem we saw with Trinity in that first week.
Yeah, and
the passing was great, but there wasn't anybody there for it.
I think that's going to be a problem for Whitworth when you play with multiple guys who are supposed to be forward players. You're asking them to do work in midfield, like Friesen. You're asking him to come back and do work in midfield. Gardner, you're asking him to come back and do work in midfield. Crockett, who played at striker last game, he's going to have to come back and do work in midfield. All three of them attacking-minded players, they're the ones that you're expecting to get in the goals, but you're asking them to come back, pick up the ball, play these passes, and then get forward and be on the end of crosses. It's a lot of running. I'm not sure if anyone is set up to do that outside of maybe a professional player.
Yeah, especially, early in the season, you're still getting your conditioning up. It can be a challenge. Luckily, the weather's a lot nicer than it was on Friday for that sort of thing. You can run a lot more today than you could on Friday night, where it was still hot. It's definitely getting cooler, though, which is nice.
Yeah, I will say Crockett kind of did some of this role on Friday. When Friesen was on the wing, Crockett would drop in as a false 9 to that 10 position and allow the two wingers to come together almost as two strikers. But that looked more out of possession, that they would go to two up top, and then in possession he would be up at the striker.
Sund afforded a lot of space there, took it. Good work defensively to take that off the feet of Cameron Gardner. But Whitworth stay in possession. Almost the entire Southwestern lineup. Beautiful footwork there from Ryan Cruz. Entire Southwestern lineup right now behind the ball. Oakman playing central for Gardner. Gardner looking to go over the top.
It's interesting from Southwestern. This is not how we've seen them play the last two times we've seen them play. But the first time we saw last time we saw them play. But the first time that they played, they did sit back a little bit, rely on the set pieces a little bit more. Maybe looking to go back to that strategy today after what was not the result that they would have wanted on Friday.
No, we should point out they didn't lose.
No, didn't lose.
But
you always want to win.
You always want to win.
And there's this stigma in America against ties. So,
but they are still undefeated, which is not something Whitworth can say after Friday. So you'll take a draw. In the end, it's better than losing.
Absolutely.
And so I think one of the challenges when you have a draw like that is you can overreact to it,
100%.
and you kind of shift. And it's like, but we still didn't lose, is what you think. As a fan when you're watching those games. So, not that I think they're doing that, because like you said, they've kind of gone back to how they played last Friday. These non-conference games are the chance to try things out. Of course, Southwestern are going to play here a lot this year. They're back to play Trinity, obviously, during the season, because they played in Georgetown last year. So they'll be playing at Trinity this year for one final conference game between those two teams. I believe Southwestern are also making the move. It's going to be a historic season, of course, for Trinity. They're last in the SCAC. Oakman controls well. Just trying some one-touch stuff, not bad. I think he's turned the wrong way there. Would have liked him to turn the other way into the space. This is a common thing that happens in America. Players often just turn into trouble more. Happens at MLS level, happens everywhere. I don't know what it is. But American soccer, see people turn into trouble much more than in other leagues of the same standard. Because obviously, one should not compare Major League Soccer to the English Premiership, which we see all the time. Oh, it's a terrible league. It's not as good as the Premier League. Yeah, of course it's not. Beautiful nutmeg there from Friesen. Oakman, I think, wins that throw. Yes, he does.
Yeah, well done.
Throw was just a little long. Cleared away over our heads. Then it's a throw in again for Reeves Oakman, right on halfway. For Whitworth. Thrown into space. Right move. Beautiful work there defensively from Keegan Hardy. Back heels it away from the player.
Yeah, that was really pretty tackle. Maybe one of the more aesthetically pleasing tackles I've ever seen.
Yeah, I wouldn't Olay a challenge, but
no, if I was going to Olay a challenge, that would have been the one.
That was the one. Just a beautiful back heel to take possession away. Good work there from Southwestern. Good opportunity. Comes forward for Sipleu.
This should be a great matchup on this right wing here. Sipleu versus Okenen. Could be a matchup to watch throughout the game. Sipleu was, in my opinion, probably Southwestern's best player on Friday. Looked really dynamic every time he got on the ball.
Yeah, Sipleu's done really well all season. Good ball forward. Well dealt with defensively by Kincaid Suns. And we're going to have substitutions here for both teams. Amar Singh coming in for Southwestern.
That's been a common sub for them, Amar Singh. Getting a lot of minutes.
And for Whitworth, it is Kolia Shiroma out of Hawaii. Unsurprisingly, likes a lot of beach pursuits, like boogie boarding and surfing, which of course invented in Hawaii. Tried to flick it in behind, but there was a man there. I believe it was Oakman, standing strong.
They're letting that battle go all the way across the field for set pieces as well.
Southwestern putting a man on the keeper. Can't be offside on a throw-in. Can now, though. Neither side able to really get it down offside, though, which is what I was talking about. You can't be offside from the throw, but from that second ball you can. He comes back from an offside position. So the flag is raised.
Again, for Southwestern, trying to create some chaos in the box by flicking on that first header from a long throw. It remains a dangerous threat at all times.
It's something we've heard a lot here in San Antonio from the San Antonio FC head coach Alan Marcina. Talks a lot about creating chaos in the box.
What a flick from Gardner there.
Yeah, Gardner on the ball is phenomenal. His ability to just move the ball around, move with his feet. That's a beautiful challenge. Good opportunity here for Whitworth up the left.
Great footwork.
Now Sebastian Horn. Shot comes. But just across the face. He goes out for a goal kick. We are 19 minutes to play here in the first half. I'm Chris Hockman, with me is Scott Lebo here for Tiger Network. Southwestern makes the subs. Sartorio coming in. We'll get another look at this. Beautiful ball back and then a beautiful turn to create the opportunity. Shot comes just wide, but that's a danger sign for Southwestern. Just look at the saves count. 2 for Whitworth, none for Southwestern. Of course, that one went wide across the face, so not a save. 2 shots on, though, for Southwestern. They're leading the on-target stat mostly through set pieces. Whitworth with one more foul. 2-1, though. It's been a pretty clean game. Like, it's been flowing well. Referee hasn't blown his whistle much, but there hasn't even really been much call to. Ball sent long. It's a foot race. It's headed on. He's going to want to keep it in. He tried, but
quite do so.
Couldn't do it. Decent effort there, though, from Kincaid Sund. I think part of the problem was he was going so fast that when he tried to stop,
it's really difficult.
the momentum kind of took the ball over with him. You've played that sort of position. That momentum can be really hard to stop, especially when you've got someone on you.
Yep, and even if you do stop it and you get the ball stopped, now you've run out of play and the attacker is the one that has the ball there.
Flicked on, chance here for Southwestern. No, headed away well by Whitworth. Ball stays with Southwestern, with Colgrove. Good ball back to Colgrove. That's a good pass from Sipley. Colgrove swung in, but it's taken a deflection favorably for Whitworth. I think, unfortunately, there for Whitworth, just caught Gardner flat-footed. He was expecting the ball to be played back to him. Instead, he's playing it forward, looking for a run, and just didn't come off for Whitworth. It's a good idea, but requires anticipation. It's a challenge with team sports. You got to know what everybody's doing.
Colgrove now just drifting into that central position. He comes all the way over via the corner, and now he'll come off.
Well, you know, Lucas Marino coming on, sophomore midfielder from Miami, Florida. He's been playing soccer since he was 3 years old. Played MLS Next with Kendall SC, so he did not play high school. But he went to a small Catholic school, so, you know, gathered well. Or Archimedean Upper Conservatory. I'm assuming it's Catholic school. It's almost certainly not, now that I read the name again. Well gathered there by Southwestern. Really good work from Keegan Hardy. He's been really active in the back line today.
Yeah, I think last game, Hardy and Grimm kind of got in each other's way, and that was part of the problem going forward for Southwestern. Today, it almost looks like Hardy's going to drop deeper, and Grimm is going to get forward more, although maybe they're playing more side-oriented because now Hardy's the one getting forward and Grimm's staying back. So maybe a side-related positionary thing. Doesn't always happen with your center midfielders, but it can work. It can be a good strategy.
Southwestern get it back. Chance here is in space. Has a go. A half-hearted appeals for a handball. I think in maybe 2021 you might have got that call, but not today. Hands right in by his body. Can't blame him for appealing for it, but it's never going to get given these days. Ball goes forward.
He's got space to hit it.
Yeah, went right. Just went a little too far forward, which allowed the Whitworth defense to recover. Played forward for Cruz, just a little too far forward of him. Gardner goes in there. Love to see Gardner get stuck in.
You see Friesen again just drifting up high in possession. They want to get him in behind. He's got so much pace. That's where they want to utilize him.
Just does create some space, which we saw Southwestern just take advantage of to get possession back. Opportunity to turn there for Grimm. Good flick over to himself, heads it down. Ran a little out of space, which made that ball harder.
Especially when it's bouncing like that.
Did well to get it back into the mixer. Whitworth, back on the ball. Switches it for Oakman.
Really good decision there. Not a dangerous pass, but switches the play and creates new options for Whitworth and really opens up the Southwestern defense that were kind of stuck in there, ready to press. That opening up of the ball, it allows Southwestern to have to drop back and Whitworth have a lot more space on the ball now.
Yeah, Friesen there, very deep on the ball. Don't know if Whitworth will love him this far back.
Especially in possession.
He's getting ready to make a run. You can see him eyeing up the ball, waiting to time it. That's one of the reasons he had so many goals, 24 last season.
There he goes.
Gardner going out wide for Oakman. Oakman went for a challenge. Comes all the way out. That's a long way up for Oakman too.
Another thing I'll note with this formation for Whitworth, Cruz on this right wing is getting really central in attack. It's allowing Oakman to have all this space down the wing. So could be a dangerous game for Whitworth. You got to ask your defender to do a lot of running. He's going to have to get all the way back and cover his defensive duties, but he's also being asked to get all the way forward. If anybody's going to be able to do it, though, I think it's Oakman. He's been really good.
Jackson Eichland coming in for Whitworth. I saw Danny Vosserman coming in. I think I also see Lucas Nowlin, dangerous player for the Pirates as well. The sophomore forward out of Baytown, Texas. He was in the All-SCAC first-year team last year. He's got a number promotion. He was wearing 27 last year. He's gotten 13 this year. I always wonder when someone wears 13 if that was a request. If they asked for 13. Whitworth back on the ball, working it up the right here through Oakman. Good ball forward again from him. His distribution has been phenomenal today. Good block there from Cruz. It's going to be a throw deep in their own half for Southwestern. Throwing goes long. Referee is going to call that a foul. Oakman just backs into his man. It's going to be a free kick here for Southwestern. 11.5 minutes to go. Still scoreless between Southwestern and Whitworth. As Southwestern playing up the right. Stops, looks around. Going over the top there. Trying to find Wallace. Pass just gets away from Southwestern, and now Whitworth with a chance up the left. Frieson's forward. They want to stop that early, they do. Southwestern back on the ball again in the back line, passing it around the back now. Just waiting for the right opportunity.
Drop in, Ryan, weak side.
As Raghav Sharma goes back central, goes to Amar Singla.
Watch this middle pocket.
Plays there, goes centrally. Gardner can't win it though. It's Marino switching it all the way back.
But this defensive shape from Whitworth, it remains rock solid. The way that they're marking is really good. Really not allowing
Good ball
Southwestern
over
chances.
the top. Shot comes. Save's not quite there. He comes across well. Good goalkeeping to recover that. Was a good save in the first place, but just couldn't get enough on it. Ball kept rolling. Dax Flanders gets across well, dives on the ball again. He's only made one save in his career coming into this match, so it's a pretty spectacular, what would that be, his fourth save of his career?
Yeah,
that was going in. That might have gone in, I think.
Just opened up a little bit on that backside there. They were going down Southwestern, going down this left wing pretty consistently. Then all of a sudden the switch came. There's a lot of open space on that backside. Maybe not quite prepared for it were Whitworth, and good opportunity. Well done by the goalkeeper, though, Flanders.
Yeah, it's a great recovery, which is what you want from your keeper. Gardner winning a header there against a man who's 6 feet tall. For reference, Gardner's 5'4". That's great work. Just good football intelligence. Friesen goes to ground. So I'm trying to say, is it a free kick or a throw? No, it is a free kick. He's saying he pushed. He throws the ball away. Bit of an appeal there. Throwing away. Referee's having a long talk about it. Pushed him in the back.
Great switch.
Really beautiful switch of play there for Whitworth.
Yeah, and there's space down this left wing. Southwestern, it takes time to rotate an entire defensive shape from one side to the other.
Yeah, we should point out Paul McKinley Field is big.
Yeah, I played on the field for the club team yesterday, and I'm sore, I'm bruised, I'm tired today. It's a lot of work playing on this field.
Yeah, a lot of space to cover. Of course, Scott, you played defensively, so
Yeah.
a lot of running, a lot of spaces to cover. Can be
Not
a hard
yesterday,
pitch
though.
to defense in. Oh, you didn't play defense yesterday.
No, I did play defense yesterday. We didn't have to do a lot of defending yesterday.
Ah. Well, that's always nice.
Oh, yeah. Very fun game for me.
Those were my favorite games as a goalkeeper because I wasn't very good. So it was nice to foul called by the assistant.
See, I like to play with the ball at my feet, and in a game where you're not doing a lot of defending, you get to play kind of like a quarterback. I just picked up the ball in the back. They weren't pressing me, and I could just pick out passes all day. I looked like I was a great passer of the ball, and I'm not sure that I entirely am. So.
Hey, Jack!
Yeah, I do have one assist in the San Antonio League because I played one game in like midfield. Way back in like 2010.
There you go.
So free kick
up
here.
the stats.
Flexing!
I led a futsal league in assists one time because I could throw it the length of the court.
There you go.
Free kick. Yeah, I mean, run over the ball isn't going to work when it's that delayed. Also, when your free kick taker is Michael Grimm,
Yeah, no.
everybody kind of knows that Michael Grimm's going to take it.
See, if Michael Grimm had run over the ball, that
Wow.
might have
I'd have been caught out.
Yeah.
So it was a decent ball. Really great ball in. Header goes over the top, though.
Alan Kutzmo.
But Michael Grimm comes off.
Navarro.
Getting a little bit longer of a halftime. He's played the whole first half, so maybe a good decision. Smart thinking there from head coach of Southwestern, trying to give one of his star players a little bit longer break. Midfield is hard work.
Alan Kochmund comes on. First year from College Station
One, Reese, you gotta go!
in Texas.
Great footwork from Friesen.
He's quick too. They're trying to foul him to stop it, which is a tactic.
Friesen did really well there, though. Players coming from behind, maybe trying to foul him, and he just, the ball stayed on the right, but he puts his body, he almost shields the ball while running, really changes the direction that he's running with the ball, switched his foot that he was using from his left foot to his right foot while dribbling, just to change the way he was in front of the defender and make that defender have to try and win the ball from behind him.
We saw that work really well for Brazil yesterday at the Paralympics. Good opportunity here. And by Brazil, I mean France. I was confused because France won the gold medal and it's only ever been Brazil. France yesterday in the Paralympics used a really good shift from right foot to left foot, completely sold out the Argentine defense. Gave France the 1-0 lead in the gold medal match. First team that wasn't Brazil to win a blind football gold medal.
How long have they been having that competition?
This was the 6th version, so Brazil had won
So it is
5
pretty
straight gold
impressive.
medals.
Yeah.
It's 20 years. Again, good footwork there, creates the opportunity. Shot just a little too close to the keeper. That allows him to gather, but that's good effort.
Yeah, that was really dangerous. If he could maybe have placed it a little bit to either side of the goalkeeper, could have been really dangerous. In the end, though, once you've done all that hard work, sometimes it can be hard to get the shot in the right spot. You're a little gassed after working all that to make sure you keep the ball.
Yeah, it would have been Lucas Marino's first collegiate goal. We've seen a lot of those here.
We have.
Big opportunity for Southwestern. Turns, lays it off
Yep.
for Marino. Has a go, sends it wide.
Yeah, I was thinking the positioning was open there for the shot. Really good layoff to give your teammate an opportunity to have a shot from distance, and the spacing was there. It just maybe bounces at the last second, and that was something I noticed a little bit yesterday. Field is really good, but there are just some spots where it's a little uneven, just slightly, not very noticeable until the ball bounces up right in front of you.
Yeah, you can kind of see it as it rolls along the deck back to the keeper. Just a few little bounces. Not huge, but enough.
Yeah, and these sidelines specifically have a lot more of them, probably because of how much extra trauma the sidelines take in terms of foot patterns.
And it's been raining a lot this week.
That's a handball.
That's a blatant handball, easily called by the referee. Hats off to the player for continuing. I see a lot of times players will just go, and give it up. That time, no. He was like, you know what, maybe I'll get the call. That's what we call the Maradona, who famously said after he scored that goal,
Hand again.
run, celebrate, they won't award it. He was right. England fans always say, "Oh, we would have won." Well, they lost by 2 anyway, so would they? Would they have won?
Was that the first of the game or the second?
I want to say it was the second.
Yeah. I don't know, England.
That wasn't even like the best goal of that game. The most famous goal of that game to me is when he runs through the entire England defense.
That's an incredible.
It's one of the best goals I've ever watched.
catalog of goals in one game.
That's a great game.
Hand of God, and there's a name for it. The other goal where he runs through, I can't remember what it is right now.
They have at the front of the stadium in Argentina, not in Mexico, which is where the game was played. But they have it's a handball against Southwestern, so it's going to be a free kick. But yeah, they have in front of the main stadium in Buenos Aires, they have statues set up in the shape of the England defenders, so you can make that run. Because they were all statues, is the joke. Apologies to any England fans, this is probably some trauma you don't want.
Defenders back then, when you watch the highlights, they were really all statues.
They were statues.
There's a lot of these goals. You watch Pele play back in his day, and rolling ball, making them retake it.
Yeah, ball was still rolling. I get it, but it's a defensive clearing free kick that no one's over.
Yeah, I think the bigger thing is Southwestern set it, maybe wanted to get their defenders back a little bit more, have a little bit more time to set up defensively. That would be my only thing. It was taken a little bit quickly, but not too big of a deal.
Switch of play again. Whitworth's been doing these switches really well as we're about to hit the final minute of the half.
Another great switch.
Yeah, gathered in well by Keegan Davis too with his chest. Wearing the captain's armband.
They could switch again here.
Gardner.
It's on. Far side.
He's calling for it as well. Out there on the left.
Yeah, he's in a lot of space. He's just drifted in a space behind the defender's back, which is allowing. Now they're noticing him. A little bit better marked now.
There's frustration on the bench from Whitworth. They wanted Cam Gardner to go for it. Hint of a handball there for me. Headed on, just couldn't quite make the run they wanted. Whitworth.
Calm and collected from Amar Singh there.
A full stretch there was Quinn McLeod. Played through, just couldn't find Friesen. That's going to be cleared away. That'll probably be the half.
9, 8, 7.
Oakman wants to throw it in. The call is, well, don't make a mistake. He's not even going to bother. So we are going to go to half-time. Still scoreless here between Southwestern and Whitman, but it's been absorbing. Not a ton of goalmouth action, but both teams have really fought hard for this one. It's going to be an interesting second half. When we come back, still scoreless here between the Pirates and Pirates. Southwestern 0, Whitworth 0. We'll be back in around 15 for the second half. Welcome back, everybody. Second half here about to begin in El Bucanero. Southwestern and Whitworth. Pirates versus the Pirates.
Welcome back for the second half of play between.
So it's going to be Southwestern in the yellow going from left to right on your screen. Whitworth in the red and black. The colours of the great North Sydney Bears going from right to left on your screen. My name's Chris Holman, with me is Scott Lieber. Scott, interesting half. What are you hoping to see in this second half?
Well, I'm always hoping to see a goal, but it was a very interesting first half. A lot going on, a lot of formation stuff, particularly from Whitworth. A lot of rotation in the way that they were playing. Coach really trying a lot of things out. Southwestern, I'm looking for more set pieces. They didn't have a lot in that first half, but when they did have them, they were dangerous from them.
Yeah, let's have a look here. Yeah, 4 fouls apiece, so 4 free kicks, but most of them were defensive. Southwestern in that familiar kickoff shape we've seen where they stack the right side. So they'll send it long down the right. There's the big run. But they haven't actually done it. They heard me talking about it, so they thought, nah, here it comes. A little later than normal.
Yeah, I think the pressure on Hardy forced them to have to play grim.
But there's the ball. Good opportunity here for Pinto.
Back in.
Yeah, back in, you thought he might just play the last 20. Maybe he's going to play the first 20 again of this half.
He could also go 10, take a break, and then finish with the last 10, something like that. You can do that in the second half.
You can, yep. Second half, you are allowed an interchange. It's an interchange in the second half. First half, it's substitutes. Corner kick here for Southwestern, but it's going to be into the breeze. It's blowing that way. Swung in, far post. There's a header! Left open, he's tall too. Heads it right into the ground, but right also into the hands of Dax Flanders.
Rose well.
Yeah, Cooper
Headers
Perra.
are really hard, though.
6'3". Cooper Perra. We'll get another look at it here. Trying to see if they left him free. Yeah, a little bit, but I think it's more a good run from him than being left free.
Yeah, jumped really well to get to it.
Does have 1 goal this season. Was on the SCAC first-year team last year. It's bilingual as well, so.
Drop in.
Great switch to Colgrove there, outside of the boot. A little bit of swaz on it is what you call that outside of the boot spin.
Turns. Going forward. I think that took a deflection off of a Whitworth player. I heard a noise.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Played back, pressure. Oh, it's a big mistake. And it's gone wide. That should have been one. That is an absolute escape for Whitworth. Grayson Pinto sends it wide. We're
They're
getting a
playing
look
with
at
fire,
this.
going back again.
That is a rough
they're
back
under
pass.
pressure again.
Keeper is flat-footed. They just did another back pass while that replay was on. Keeper came this time, slipped as he cleared it.
They got it away, but playing with fire right now. Southwestern really turning up the pressure to start the second half. Maybe didn't like how easily Whitworth were able to play through and play out of the back of that first half, looking to change things up. Good adjustment so far. It's working.
And we saw on Friday Trinity started the second half really brightly, so there might be a note of concern here for Coach Moon that this is the second half in a row where they're second half in a row where they've started a little bit flat. But yeah, that should absolutely be 1-0 for Southwestern. Big missed opportunity there. Can be hard when you've got that much space and you got all the choice in the world. Beautiful turn there from Gardner.
And Pinto did really well to round the keeper as well. He put himself in a great position.
I'm sorry, it wasn't Gardner. I think it was Kincaid Sund with the turn. Playing where Gardner was playing. Handball. So free kick here for Whitworth. It would be poetic for Whitworth to snag a goal after the miss. See it happen a lot. Teams miss an open chance and then concede.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens there. We're a little familiar to the mistake that Argentina equalised on in the Paralympics yesterday. Goalkeeper couldn't get to the ball. It's going to run out, be a throw in for Whitworth right on halfway. Short throw.
I like that call from the coach of Whitworth there. Kincaid Sand having a little rough start to the half, giving the ball away in a defensive area. He had a few moments in the first half as well. Coach yelling at him, saying, "You're good enough. You're okay. Calm down." And sometimes that's all you need. You're stressing. It's early. You know, these games matter. Stress. The mental game is so important in this sport. It's hard to play, specifically at the back, if you're afraid, because you make a mistake and that could end it for you. Talk about goalkeepers. Make a mistake can ruin a career. It's the same way for defenders. So I like that supportive call from the head coach there.
Yeah, so important. Throw in comes. Flicked on. Well dealt with by the Whitworth defence. Goes for the keeper though, who gathers. Yeah, Whitworth boxing well there. Just keeping him out.
Yeah, good marking. They got the flick on, but maybe more prepared for it, and we've seen that before. Flick on in the first half, catches people out, but when you try it in the second half, they're a little bit more prepared for it. They're expecting it.
Good ball forward, dove in, couldn't get there, but it comes out well for Pinto. Earns a throw.
And Pinto hasn't been doing a lot of what in that first game he was really good at, which is receiving the ball with his back to defenders, really doing that hold-up play, holding off defenders, laying off to your midfielders to get a strike on it.
Played back along the deck to Pinto, swung in, dealt with defensively. Strong defence here from Whitworth, sent forward.
That's a great ball
Beautiful
from Kincaid
ball
Sand.
forward. Yeah, he's recovered well.
That's
Really
that
good stuff.
impact. That impact of coach's words like that. Next time he touches the ball, great pass.
Yeah, it's so important. Like, look, you know as a player when you've made a mistake, you don't need a coach to get on you about it. You're going to get on it yourself.
Or a teammate.
Good turn there from Pinto. Got an opportunity. Just couldn't get the ball out. Whitworth recovering. Yeah, kind of threw him to the ground there. Referee's been calling that all morning, so makes sense he's going to call it there. And a relieving free kick here for Whitworth. Trying to raid the Southwestern defence there. And they'll throw players forward. I think that one's held up a bit. Although that's going with the wind, so maybe actually the opposite problem, got more on it than he thought. Because it's kind of between two Whitworth defenders, but Whitworth keep possession. Oakman fighting well. That's allowing Whitworth to come away. Appeals for a foul. They are going to get it. Good advantage there from the referee, because that could have been a really promising opportunity. I know a lot of times people say, yeah, but it's in the defensive half. But it's a great ball forward that really could have. There is no way that's where the foul was.
Not at all. But
they're going to play it from there. Perhaps as a punishment for Southwestern holding the ball. I don't know. That's where the foul was. So I guess it ends back there anyway. Whitworth just can't get that turn.
Yeah, I think Southwestern have set themselves up a lot better defensively in midfield to start this second half. In the first half, Whitworth were kind of playing through him a little bit, getting into that defensive third quite often, and then just couldn't find the final piece. But so far in this half, Southwestern handling the midfield, doing their dirty work really well.
Sent over the top. It's a good header. I don't know if it's going to find its intended target for Whitworth. It doesn't, but it was a clearing header, so that's most of the job done. Flicks over the top. Good ball looking for Gunther. Swung in. Keeper covers well and gets it away. Now Whitworth maybe with a chance to counter that strong defence up high from Nico Colgrove.
Great strength by Crockett, though, to hold off that pressure.
Ball over the top. Going to have to be quick, though. He is, you know.
He's done really well.
There from Gardner. Gets around. That's a beautiful ball. Does it stay in? It does. He goes to ground. Big appeals. It's going to be a goal kick. It is going to be a goal kick, which is an interesting decision. We're going to get a look at this on the replay. See if we can see. It's a beautiful nutmeg to beat his man.
I think the ball might already be out of
It's already out. Yeah. It's already out when anything comes in, so it doesn't matter what happens. You could card for it, but you can't give it as a foul. So
no, and I don't think it was a card.
yeah, I don't think it was a card, but that's all you could do. So no foul because it was already out of play. So you can't give a foul, no matter what happens. And after all that, goal kick for Whitworth. But yeah, the Whitworth bench was interested. I think he knew it had gone out because he didn't really appeal at all for anything. Because he knew where he was. He saw the line. And so a goal kick here for Whitworth. I've been impressed with Dax Flanders, first-year goalkeeper. Done well when he's been called upon. Says he enjoys going to the gym, so he's a better person than I am. This goes wide right here to Whitworth. Good opportunity for them to build something. Southwestern really piling people back. Big gap between midfield and attack right now. Cut back. It's a beautiful cut back. The shot comes just wide. It's off the back post, the support post. But that was a golden opportunity for Whitworth.
Wow.
Yeah, really trying to grab the treasure there were Whitworth. Beautiful cutback. Very similar to a goal they conceded on Friday. That's beautiful football. Both teams have had a promising opportunity here to start the half that aren't going to reflect on the stats because they were off target. But great opportunities. Ball cut out. Southwestern now working it forward. Cut out well by Whitworth. Good opportunity.
Whitworth really gaining some momentum now, picking up the ball in midfield a few times in a row, too.
A few step-overs there, too. Don't know if it fooled anyone. Comes blocked, cleared away.
And good clearance as well because the danger man, Friesen, was the one waiting.
Swung in by Oakman, just in front. It's going to go out for a goal kick for Southwestern, but, man, entertaining first. What are we, 12 minutes in to this second half? Both teams with some opportunities to get things going. I believe they've got Sanders up front where Gardner was. He's wearing 6, so I keep thinking it's Gardner, who wears 8. Throw in here for Whitworth. By Horn. Back for Horn. Goes back again for Sund.
Really good switch from him.
He's done really, really well. He's recovered perfectly as the ball comes out for Oakman, which is all you can ask for. Look, everybody makes mistakes. And he's recovered well. That's all you want. You want players to respond. Great run here from Oakman. Pulled back, but he's going to keep going. I didn't see the referee put his arm back. Ball across the face. Just in front of the runners. Gathered in again there. And now Whitworth playing it around the back. Building again. Over to Sund. Done really well. His distribution's been great.
It's a great find there as well, and a good run from Friesen to pick it up in midfield.
Friesen turns, goes to grounds, but I think really referee signals all ball. I think more the issue there is that he's the one initiating anything. He's leaning into his defender.
100% agree with you. Leaning into the defender, and then the defender suddenly moves, and you're leaning on nobody, and you fall over. Did
you enjoy doing that when you were defending?
That's not something I would ever have done defending, but it's a really good play there.
Ball goes in. Far post opportunity for Southwestern. Good run there from, I want to say, Elliot Miller coming up from the back to the far post.
I think it's Pinto who gets a foot or a head on it, though, and takes it away from Miller.
Yeah, he does. Got a head on it. You can see Miller's frustration.
Yep.
He was wide open at the far post. I don't know if that's a lack of communication or he just didn't hear him.
Well, I think as a striker, when you see that ball in that position, you're going to back yourself to go and score it every single time. So not too much that you can complain for when your number 9 goes for a ball like that, except for the fact that he doesn't score.
Yeah, it would have been Elliot Miller's first goal of the season, second goal of his career. Became a really big impact player off the bench last year. And nearly showed it. He definitely wanted it. Cross coming in again, cleared away. It feels like there's been a lot more promising attacks in this half.
Have to agree.
Has a go, but right at the keeper. Yeah, I don't think the coaching staff's happy with that.
No.
I can understand why he took it. Like, he's just in acres of space.
Yeah, a lot of space. Clear look at goal. And he struck it well. Just not placed very well.
Yeah, he scored this time last week too, so he's capable.
Aiden! Play from the back!
It's unlike him. Cooper Perez is usually a really strong team player, so taking it himself. It was a good look, though. I can't fault him for taking the chance. He had the space. He got the power behind it, just put it way too close to the keeper. Opportunity here for Southwestern on the counter, although Oakman does what he's been doing all weekend. Covers really well. Been really impressed by Oakman. And Southwestern, though, continue. As for Miller. Miller cuts it back to Grimm. Back over to Miller, who was that man on the far post a moment ago. His confidence has to be high. Perro on the ball.
Giving him all sorts of time there. Good switch as well.
So they're organised in midfield. Defence looking a little disjointed. Players forward, players back, which can keep somebody on when you don't want them to be. Now Friesen can turn. They're giving Friesen space, which I wouldn't recommend. Goes wide.
I do think it was good defending there from Southwestern. They all dropped off. They gave him the only option to turn and pass sideways or backwards. Didn't really have anything going forward. His teammates were all really well marked, and so many defenders behind the ball for Southwestern. I think he makes the right decision not to try and go forward there.
Southwestern clear away. Pinto. Good pass for Colgrove. Colgrove making a big run. He's got the space. Beats one, can't beat the second. Appeals for a handball. I don't think you're going to see those given. It's behind his back. Couldn't have known anything about it. Goes back for the keeper, who'll clear it away.
I think it's a really great block from Sund, if I'm correct. It was tight in there. A lot of players. Colgrove would have had to cut through a number of different defenders to get that shot off, but really well done by all of them to just crowd the player off the ball. Colgrove's got the shot off, but in the end, it wasn't very dangerous just because of how many defenders were there.
Yeah, like they really got round to shut that space. He did beat one, but then two immediately on top of him.
That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Players ready to support their teammates if their teammate gets beat. It's a team game. I think of this a lot as a player, as somebody who wants to coach in the future. You say, when we make a mistake, there's no individual mistakes in soccer. You either make a mistake as a team or you don't make the mistake.
Pass is just a little short. Recovered well, but it's fallen favourably for Southwestern. Good opportunity there. Great recovery again from Whitworth. Anytime something happens, they recover so well. They get that block in there. That's great work. What I really like about watching Whitworth play, their heads don't drop.
Never. And they do some hard defensive work. And again there, it's Sund. He's the one that makes the initial deflection that gives it right to a Southwestern player. Then he gets back round and makes the tackle. That's exactly what you want to see. I just said it. If you make a mistake, it's a team mistake, and you want your teammates to be able to pick up for you when you make a mistake. But there's no better feeling after making a mistake than making up for it yourself.
Yeah, and it's pretty impressive. He's a first-year player, so these are his first collegiate games.
Yeah, no wonder it's so
gone
nervous.
In.
Yeah, but he's been really solid.
He's immediately been a key player for them, honestly. He's also a certified coach, so has that game knowledge. It may hold up in the wind. It does. Gathered well.
Drifts a little to the side of the goal as well. He probably wanted that ball to go more back post area.
Though that might have caused problems in the first half when they were playing with the wind.
Again, Southwestern, really good pressure. They've picked it up the last few minutes, winning the ball in that defensive half quite a few times. Just can't keep the ball, though. Gathered,
beautiful turn. was an absolutely fantastic turn to make this opportunity from Hunter Lisowski.
Reconnect, Hunter! Reconnect!
A lot of first-year players on the field right now for Whitworth. Doing really well, holding their own. Southwestern now with the chance to run through the middle. It's played in. Can he flick it on? He does. Opportunity here for Southwestern. Just can't get it away. Now maybe a chance on the counter. They're very dangerous on the counter. There's that man Friesen.
But look, Southwestern leaving 3 big defenders back behind the ball at all times. Maybe it's a 3-back for them. Maybe a switch in formation. I wouldn't be surprised looking at the way they've been playing in the second half if they have gone to a 3 in defense.
Southwestern working it around the back, just waiting for something to open up. So get ready to make a change. Send Long over the top. It's looking for Colgrove. It's going to stay in.
I think Southwestern are playing my favorite formation, the 3-4-2-1.
Chance to cut it back. Just got off the leg of the defender there. Played in. Left by Marino, who had a few opportunities late in that first half, did Marino. 2 changes for Southwestern. We've got Amar Singh and Lucas Nolan coming in. Those 2 have been regular subs early on in the half too. Amar Singh in his first season, defender out of Houston. Has played USL League 2 though, while he was in high school with AC Houston Sir, who do have a record of playing very young teams in that league. They do the same in their women's league. Opportunity here for Whitworth. Getting forward. Goes to ground. Referee says nothing doing. Good turn there from Southwestern. Through Lucas Nallen, the fresh legs.
Wow.
Ball's gone out.
Great speed and acceleration there from Crockett just to cover that distance so quickly to get over and make that tackle stop a promising counter.
Very good, Cole. Pick it. Oh, good try. Aiden, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Southwestern working up the left now through Singh. There was a run there from Hardy calling for it. Don't think he saw him. Marino played forward. Laid back off for him, blocked. Gathered back in, just can't get control. Misses the shot, has another bite of it. But just couldn't get enough behind it. It's saved by the keeper. He was working hard, was Marino.
Yeah, he's off balance from the first attempt that got blocked. Makes it really hard to strike through the ball for that second one. But he's created some opportunities, both halves as well, having some good chances.
Goes all the way back for Tucker in goal. Sent forward. Opportunity if Southwestern goes to ground. It is going to be a free kick. Dangerous position here. Looks at the referee, but he got the call. I don't know if he's asking for a yellow there.
I think that's what he is asking for. But I don't think it's a yellow.
When you're going that far away from goal, I just don't think you can call that a professional foul in any sense of the word. It's just a foul, which is fine. Not everything's going to be a card. In fact, we haven't seen one today. Southwestern, 19 shots. It's forced 8 saves out of the Whitworth netminder. So a free kick here, dangerous position. Michael Grimm, because of course it is, standing over it to send this one in. The wind just picked up too. Swung in, goes far post. There's the header. It's tapped home. Beautiful finish. And I want to say that the goal was scored, I think it was by Towns Wallace there on the far post. He tapped it in and got his boot on it.
I think it was Otten at the far post. I don't know if it was already in.
No, it wasn't.
They're giving offside.
It's offside. The goal's disallowed, which means maybe that touch was a mistake because that looked like it might have been going in. We're gonna go back and see it. Just trying to get some vision on it for you. Okay, here we go.
Where's this initial header take place? Right there.
Yeah, he's off.
He is.
He's offside. That's a correct decision.
Oh,
actually.
I don't know. It's really close.
It's very close. So we've got the line there.
Yeah, see, I think the last defender on the back side of the screen there, the left of the screen in red, he might just be keeping him on. It's really close. You don't have the lines here. I'm trying to use the 6-yard box kind of as a guide.
That's what I'm using as the line, yeah.
And it's really hard to tell.
It's very close. My gut was that it was off the first time I saw it, which, the assistant doesn't get.
And it's unfortunate. I'm not sure
the replays.
It had to be touched home. It might have been going
I
in.
think it was going in without the touch, which makes the touch even more frustrating from a Southwestern perspective.
And it was a brilliant set piece. They rose so well. They've got so much height in the game right now. These set pieces are going to continue to be dangerous if they keep getting them. Whitworth probably don't want to give away too many more of those.
Yeah, and I should say our camera for that, not level.
No.
Whereas the AR is level. So my initial gut was it was off on that first replay. Good opportunity again, blocked. I think the challenge for me is, was he... Oh, it's a penalty! He's given a penalty.
Wow.
So immediately another opportunity for Southwestern here. Referee's pointed to the spot. We'll have another look at this.
That's the clearance.
That's
before.
the clearance, which is after what he's called.
A little bit before that.
Because I think it's this play here. Let's have a look at it.
He's driving into the box.
Runs into the box. So we'll see here. As he runs in. Oh, yeah, he's caught him late. Yeah, that's a penalty.
100%. Ball's in play. He hits him late. The cross has gone in, and he slides in after the ball has played off his foot.
And so Michael Grimm...
It's a late foul, but...
taking the penalty. He's got a perfect record at penalties. And it's ended. Not anymore. Doesn't have a perfect record anymore. Goal kick. We'll have another look at it.
So close.
Just wide. Yeah, I think the keeper had it covered well. I think a low penalty is a good penalty to take.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't get enough power on it to really sell the keeper, but that was what won the gold medal yesterday for France, a low penalty to the keeper's right.
If you get a lot of power on that type of play, more danger.
Another ball that's fallen favorably for Southwestern. Good again. Whitworth's recovery is phenomenal. They come well. They gather that in. But my, oh my, Southwestern, that's probably 3 that they should have had. By my count, 3 goals. Southwestern probably should be maybe 3-1 up.
Maybe 4 as well. You think about that early giveaway.
That's one of the 3 that I've got in my
I'm talking about the offside.
Yeah, the offside, the back
penalty,
pass, and the penalty.
And then maybe. Okay, well, I was counting the one just then. Fair enough.
Yeah, I just think because it led to another chance anyway, so I got to count them as one chance, right?
I got you.
So, but Whitworth also had a pretty golden opportunity that went wide. So,
yeah,
on the woulda, coulda, shoulda, it's 3-1.
No, and I think Whitworth actually, in my opinion, have played the game better, but Southwestern have played the attacking third better. They've had better chances. They look more likely to score, but across the entirety of the pitch, Whitworth has been better.
Yeah, that's definitely been what we've seen here. Has been just a lot going on. So we're in the final 20 minutes, still scoreless, not for a lack of trying by any means. We were just talking about all the opportunities teams have had. But just part of why this is still level is Whitworth's ability to recover.
Yeah.
We don't track it. It's a stat that's tracked by, I'm not going to name them, but by a high-level company that you've probably heard of that do stats tracking for soccer. Maybe if they do our stats tracking, I'll plug them. But they track a stat called defensive recoveries, which is basically when the ball's lost, can you as a player get back and defend again? Whitworth would be absolutely all over that stat right now.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's really interesting as well. I just talked about before how Coach is saying you're good enough, trying to encourage his players. I think the mentality of Whitworth is you make a mistake, who cares? You go fix it. It's not about focusing, letting your head drop. It's about doing the work. You're playing as a team. It's a really good culture for Whitworth from what I've seen in the game so far. You can just tell they've got a good team chemistry and culture.
Yeah, it's important to remember that players are human. And so humans are fallible, and Whitworth completely understand that and recover, and there's no finger pointing, there's no heads down. It's just, okay, let's move on, let's get on with it. And that's what I love to see, because you see it a lot even in the professional game. You see players point fingers at each other.
Soccer can be a really toxic game because individual mistakes are put so much on display. When you make a mistake, it's pretty obvious. So when you are able as a team to just move past it like that, it's so awesome, and it helps you so much as a team. You see it with Whitworth here, playing with a lot of young players, but their system's really good. They're doing this hard work, and they look really solid.
Again, it's paying off. They've kept it scoreless when there's been some golden opportunities, and maybe now a chance to get in front here.
Obviously, you don't want to have as many of those mistakes as Whitworth have had, but when you make up for them, maybe you feel a little bit more okay about it. But
a couple Whitworth players just getting in the way. Appeal for an offside, not given. Appeals for a handball, but
that one's not going to be given.
Right by his side, fell away from him anyway. So
really
now
good play, though.
Extended period of play here for Whitworth. Crocker going forward.
That was a brilliant moment, though.
Cruz.
Just to keep the ball. He was under so much pressure and somehow kept it. But this could be dangerous the other way. Sun's getting that recovery in.
Yeah, big run. It's going to be a free kick. Towns Wallace with the run. Earns the free kick in part because of that run being so dangerous. Yellow's given out.
Bit of a professional foul.
Yep. That's going to be the call. So the yellow given there to, I want to say it was Cruz. No, Sund. Kincaid Sund gets the yellow. We'll have another look at it, but I think it's pretty clear cut.
I honestly think that I'd take the yellow there.
Yeah, I think it's you don't want him running clean through.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you can get back and recover to a point where you make the tackle, that's what you want to do. But if you can't, you don't want him getting into the box.
Yeah, it's his second yellow of the season. Kincaid Sund, he's a really versatile defender. He can play literally anywhere on that back line. I think we've seen a bit of that this afternoon.
This is where the disallowed goal came from, a set piece, similar spot on the opposite side.
Yeah, we'll see if a player crashing the other post gets a touch on it. Now runs back from an offside position. You're not offside until it matters.
Oh.
Header's there, just couldn't get enough power on the header, which makes it an easy save.
No, and I think that's
for the keeper.
Part of why the free kick from the other side was so dangerous, because it's driven. It's an outswinger, so Grimm steps over it and he drives it, trying to just get some power on it to the back post. It's easier then to get your head behind it and get some power on it as a player. When you're heading the ball in the box like that, you're more just trying to redirect the power that's already present from the original ball. When you're in-swinging it like that, you're spinning it so much, there's a lot less power on it. It's harder to redirect it.
That's an incredible 9 saves for Dax Flanders today, bringing his career total to 10. He didn't have a lot of work to do at his collegiate debut, to be fair.
90% of his saves in one game. Crazy stat when you really think about it, but
when you're a first-year goalkeeper, those stats can do that. So, he's done well. Says his favorite player is Adam Ramsdale. Tries to cut it back. I think that's going to be a corner. It is. A little over 15 minutes to play. Still scoreless between Southwestern and Whitworth here in El Bucanero. Opportunity here again for Southwestern. But I do see Friesen getting ready to come on for Whitworth, which could be a game-changing move. Goes far post, headed down. Defenders get in the way there. That's great work. That's all you can ask for of your defenders in that situation. Comes out wide. That's gone high. Close to goal. Really good, strong goalkeeping from Dax Flanders.
A lot of pressure in his face. He had to catch that one. Does well.
two-time All-State in a state as big and diverse as Hawaii, which has a lot of great soccer programs. And as a goalkeeper, it's probably the hardest position to get All-State in because there's only ever going to be one of you that makes that team. He did it twice.
Yeah, at least for the first team, yeah.
Yeah, first team All-State twice from Mililani, Hawaii.
It's an interesting thing. The All-State teams never make sense to me. I was second team All-State in high school, and I was one of two defenders between the first and second team All-State that made All-State.
It's a fascinating formation the Colorado All-State team is playing.
The first team All-State had no defenders, so I always said,
Oh, so you were the best defender in the state, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I always told everybody.
I think that's fair. No defenders. What were they playing? A 0-0-10?
I have no clue. We were in the by far the smallest conference in this or division in the state. They have like the school sizes. My school was absolutely tiny, so. But we take it. I was the best defender.
You were the best defender in the state. I think that's fair, Scott. I think you were the best defender in the state. I think it's a completely fair statement.
There we go. I think so.
So yellow card, so they're allowed to make one change there. Southwestern are preparing a line change.
They're bringing Pinto back in, too. I said it. He might come back for that last 10, in with 13 to go.
Close enough. Which means, so because they could make the change, Whitworth could make the change. If I was coaching Southwestern, knowing who was coming on for Whitworth, I might not have made that change. I might have left him on. So I'm going to make the change anyway, but I would just wait. Because now, Friesen, 24 goals last season, second highest in D3.
Yep, that threat is there.
It's just not who I'd want on. I think we're going to see.
Although they took off Crockett, who might be one of their other best players. And
shot goes wide. Yeah, that's true. Crockett's been a dangerous player. Friesen, too, now playing in a more advanced position than he played in that first half, which is where they want him. Well, it didn't matter anyway. He didn't get a touch of the ball, so you make that change. But I'm sure Whitworth were rubbing their hands with delight at that. I'm not going to run you through every change for Southwestern because it's essentially everybody, but a lot of changes.
Yeah, I think they were making slow rotational subs throughout the half, but now they want to sub back in that starting 11 for the last 13 minutes or so, try and get a goal, try and get a result here. Although the midfield, there's a lot of midfielders in there, not named Grimm and Hardy as well.
Yeah, so their big attacking threat, their big set piece threats, I should say, have left the park.
No, and Grimm and Hardy are so locked down in that defensive midfield role.
Was it Hardy who had the header that led to the disallowed goal?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
I mean, Southwestern has so many massive players. Just looking at them in set pieces, it must be a nightmare to defend. Hard to. I always hated marking from set pieces as well. It's hard. It's just hard to keep track of your mark. I didn't mind corners. Normally played myself zonal on corners, but man-to-man marking I didn't like. Oh,
big chance again. He's going to put it away. Good work from Pinto. Rounds the keeper. That took skill. It was a good attempt from Dax Flanders. I got to give him credit. He tried as hard as he could to put the man off. Again,
he's put under so much pressure. It's hard, and Southwestern have been really putting the pressure on up top there. He's just giving the ball in a spot that's really tough to deal with it. And this time, Pinto gets round him.
Yeah, makes no mistake. Does Grayson Pinto. It was a question mark on if he'd play today. Well, he's vindicated that. 6th goal of his career, 1st of the season. He's a bit of a TikTok star, actually, Grayson Pinto. So I'll be interested to see if that one ends up on TikTok.
Interesting.
Maybe not a highlight reel goal, but hey,
you can make some
6 goals in your career, right?
Some TikTok with that.
That's 6 more goals than I ever scored. So you know, you can bet if I scored a goal, I'd be putting it all over TikTok.
I haven't scored a goal since high school at this point. It's been a while.
I'm trying to think if I ever scored a goal. I got to be honest with you.
Oh, my senior year of high school, I was a scoring freak from center back. I had a 4-goal game. I'm not sure how. Scored a hat trick off of corner kicks.
That is solid work. Means your team was getting a lot of corners, which is good.
Yeah, well, we won that game 12-0, so.
No, not bad. I did watch Archie Thompson once score 13 goals for Australia.
Erling Haaland has scored 9, I believe, for Norway. In a under-21 game, I think.
So yellow card there. So now to see how Whitworth will recover after going a goal down. You gotta say it's been coming. Southwestern have been huffing and puffing.
During the game for Southwestern, number 22.
They've been firing the cannons on the opposing pirate ship. It came through today. Came through this time. Chance had come.
No, and it's really unfortunate for Whitworth because I think they've played a really good game. Just frustrating to give away an opportunity like that. Southwestern have had the better of the opportunities, and it's come because of the work that they've been doing in the press.
9 forward here for Whitworth on the free kick that just held up in the wind. Players down. Referee has a look. He's not convinced. They are now going to go down for it. I think, that can be a head knock. I'm not 100% because I didn't quite see what caused him to go down.
I think he's grabbing his leg, though, which is why.
So that's why the referee let the game kind of flow. The ball wasn't near him.
Yeah.
So I can understand, as long as it's not a head knock, I completely understand the referee deciding to just go on with it. We'll have a look, and we'll see what happened.
Oh, he just steps back onto another player. I think he twists his ankle or something like that, stepping back.
Yeah, so not a head knock. I think that's a right decision from the referee. The ball was nowhere near him. It wasn't likely to end up near him. Right decision to just get on with it, and then when Southwestern recover possession. Okay, now we'll call it. Now we'll stop the game. Southwestern coach had said, hey, kick it out. But the referee already took that responsibility. No obligation for Whitworth to kick it out there for me.
Nope.
It was going for the ball. It was completely fair. He did it to himself.
Yeah, down in an attacking third like that.
Yeah, I think it's completely fine. So we're going to stop the game for a little bit. I'm not going to show you the player down. Just out of respect, we'll let him get his treatment that he needs. And hopefully he'll be okay. I suspect they won't bother bringing him back on. Just no sense risking it. But hopefully he'll be fine. Looks like he's going to just walk off on his own power, and that's what you want to see. They help him up.
Pinto doing a big leader thing, going to bring him water.
Yeah, goes over to bring him water.
Hydrated. It is Colgrove.
Nico Colgrove, the player that was down. Yeah, he's walking off, not even using his coaches as support.
He looks
there.
okay.
So that's encouraging.
I don't know if he'll come back in, but he looks okay.
Yeah, they might just leave him out. Just why bother risking a player? 12 minutes to go. Just let him get the extra 12 minutes.
Especially an attacking player when you're already up 1. They're probably looking to go more defensive for this last 10 minutes anyway.
Yeah, it gives you an excuse to do it. He doesn't seem to be limping or anything. So, I think that's all you want to see. All you want to see is a player get up, not be injured, move on.
It's Grimm coming in for him as well. So it's a defensive midfielder coming in for a winger. So definitely going with a defensive rotation for it.
But glad to see him walking off. Always good to see. And it's really interesting now for Whitworth because they don't have a game for a while. Their next game's the 21st.
Oh, wow.
Against George Fox. So they could really go hard here.
Yeah.
They got plenty of time to recover. Drop ball dropped right at the keeper. Whitworth obviously aren't going to contest it.
I don't think drop balls are allowed to be contested anymore.
I think the referee can decide to tell people to go away.
Gotcha.
It might be in the box. You're not allowed to contest them anymore. It's the last thing you would want is someone to contest a drop ball in the box and score from it, but you technically can. But it may be a rule here in NCAA that you can't contest them in the box. Either way, I don't think Whitworth would have contested it anyway.
Here's the long throw, though. The big body's coming up as well. That could be risky.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're putting so many.
And look, they've left. It's 2v2 back here.
And one of them is Cole Friesen.
And he's
Good
caught
grab.
it. This could
Big
be
chance
dangerous.
going long. That's the call from the bench.
Oh.
It's just held up short. Friesen controls well.
Wow, really well done by Friesen to keep the counterattack on. Oh.
Just behind him. He gets a lot of attention for his goals, and understandably, he scored 24 goals in a season. It's a short season. They're not playing 30 games for those 24 goals. But his work controlling the ball, that's a great grab from the keeper.
Really important as well. Launched a counterattack.
Big shout out to Josh, who was setting up that camera. I saw him when I came in this morning, setting that up, getting us those angles. Really thankful for everybody helping us with the production here on Tiger Network. It's important to, all the people we have helping us, getting us these great shots. It's phenomenal stuff. We're just the voices. We have the easiest job, really.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Get to talk about my favorite thing in the world.
Ball sent long.
Oh,
they've let it drop in the box, risky. But they did have 9 back, calling for a double deflection. They want a corner. Not given. I'm intrigued by Whitworth appealing to the AR on the near side, who has absolutely no view of it.
He's not going to say anything.
The AR
what do you want me to do?
AR just smiles at him. It's absolutely not his call to make. As the ball goes long.
Whitworth coaching staff trying to encourage their players to get higher, put the press on. They want to go hard here.
Look, there's no goal difference in college soccer, really. Maybe it'll be a factor in this new RPI system. Maybe they'll factor in goal difference. But really. And you've got a long time. Good ball here. Good ball forward. Opportunity for Southwestern. Good. Really, really good work from Reeves Oakman. Uses his body.
Oh, Sipley who's won it back, though.
Swung in. Good header. Oakman used his body really well there to put the attacking player off. 8.5 minutes to go. It's 1-0 Southwestern over Whitworth in this game.
Again, liking the call from the Whitworth coach. It's time. We got to suffer. We got to suffer. This is where you do your work.
Look, if there was ever a team that could suffer...
Oh, it's them, for sure.
It's Whitworth. They don't play again until the 21st.
This would be a really unfortunate result for Whitworth, too. I think they've been really good on the day, besides a few mistakes.
Yeah, just, you've got to capitalize on those mistakes. Southwestern did. On one of them, at least. Ball going in. Again, great take from the goalkeeper, Dax
and launching
Flanders.
his team forward quickly.
It's a key part of the game these days, modern football. It's all about releasing. You want goalkeepers to be good distributors.
Yeah, whether it's with their feet or with their hands, they need to be good with the ball.
And so,
switch.
it helps
Great
that
switch.
Flanders is good at both. Controlled well there by Sund. Swung in, headed away. There's a slip for Southwestern. Can Whitworth take advantage?
Really well done by Sund there to get across in midfield as a center back. And he put the ball in on that cross as well.
Yeah, Sund, really impressive player. It's his first season as well. He was all league in high school. Won the state cup as well in Washington. It's a competitive state cup with his club, Seattle United, which is definitely a good club. It's competitive state cup up there in Washington, though.
No, and those tournaments mean a lot to you as a player.
Any little medal you can get,
Yeah,
and put on your mantle, yeah, okay. State cup when I was a kid. Psh, most people don't even get that.
especially when you get to the high school level. That's as an athlete, high school and college level trophies. That's when they really start to feel like they mean something. You win something in middle school, maybe you're not as proud of it. But
2 changes here coming in for Whitworth. Evan Garcia coming in, which is just fun fact, the name of my brother-in-law. When I was doing my research for this game, I sent him a screenshot. So no, I didn't know. I didn't know you were playing college soccer at Whitworth. He played for MIS Next and went to Spain. Played in Spain with his club side. He's a big fan of anime. Which, so is my brother-in-law. Maybe it is. Should say they're very different ages. Offside, came back from an offside position. You definitely can't play the free kick from there because it was offside. So it has to be in your own half.
Yep.
So
Sund really doing a lot of that suffering right now. He's doing a lot of hard work. He
He's
just
been
got
running.
barreled into as well.
I wish that we had those GPS trackers that we could.
Yeah.
I know the teams often have them. I just wish we had the data so I could tell you how far Sund has run today because it's a lot.
Yeah, and for a center back
Forward,
to run
that's
that
taken a
much.
deflection. That might be a corner. No. Deflected off his own player.
But yeah, for a center back to have run that much is wild. Normally, they're one of the players who run the least, probably. Striker and center back, probably the least distance covered. Probably the fastest little spurts of running, but
So Southwestern now going forward. Whitworth not overly committing. I mean, it was a set piece to clear it away, which helps. Tries to get around.
Great
Strong
defense.
work defensively.
and they'll
there
keep
from
it here
Southwestern.
as long as they can.
That was Ross Anderson, first year.
Hard work. They're running Whitworth, but they've got to win it.
Just
They
couldn't
have
get
it there, though. The deflection. Oh, no, it's a player who's done so well.
Gonna give away a foul
He's
there.
done so well.
Or not. Referee plays advantage. There's Grimm. Offside. Smart. Really smart. Subtle work there from Elliot Miller. He sees the flag, but the whistle hasn't gone.
Yep.
So he kicks the ball away. It's not going to count as time wasting.
Yeah, and even if the whistle had gone like a second before, they normally give you a little bit of a buffer point before it starts to become like that yellow card offense.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Absolutely.
Saw the flag up, kicked the ball away. But the whistle hadn't gone, so you can't call it time wasting. It's a fair thing to do. Well, maybe.
Smart.
It's a smart thing to do. Yeah, let's say that.
It's not very good gamesmanship, but it's not breaking any rules.
Call from the bench is we need the ball. Yeah, you can't score an equalizer. Well, typically you can't score an equalizer if you don't have possession.
Yeah, but that work out of the possession, pressing this hard late in the game, when Southwestern's aim right now is probably not even to score. Although,
Step forward, over the keeper's head,
oh
it's in!
my gosh,
Grimm scores!
he keeps scoring bangers here.
Points to the badge. That is
Wow.
a stunner from Michael Grimm. Looked up, saw the keeper off the line, scores his 6th goal of the career, 2nd of the season. What are we going to call that? 55 yards?
That's unbelievable.
Just over the keeper. Dex Flanders does well to get a hands on it, honestly.
I feel bad for Flanders today. He's, again, it's two tough situations they've been put in on the weekend for Whitworth. That's 6 goals they've allowed, and all of them were high quality.
Were great goals.
Great goals. That's tough.
So Grimm from 55 yards looks up, spots the keeper off the line, has a go, and it pays off.
Frieson's going to go on a run here.
2-0. Wow, he's gotten past 3, gotten past 4. The 5th was 1 too far. Still with Whitworth. Now it's gathered by Grimm. I don't know how, as Grimm, you now contain yourself after scoring that goal. I would have come straight off. I'd be like, I'm done. That's it.
My career's over.
I'm done.
I've
I'm
peaked.
retiring with that goal.
I'm retiring.
It's not the furthest goal out I've seen in D3 in San Antonio, but you know,
was special.
Any goal in your own half is impressive. And he meant it. There is no doubt that he
100%.
meant that. That was a shot. Sent in, far post for the header! Whitworth just can't get that header down. It's a good effort.
That was a sensational
Beautiful ball
cross.
in.
Wow.
We'll get another look at this. That is a beautiful ball in. Great run, too. to beat the offside trap.
I think he just jumps a little bit late. Maybe sees the ball a little late.
Beautiful run from Jackson Hammond. Would have been his first goal. Before today, he'd only played 51 minutes in his career. Favorite player is Kevin De Bruyne. Definitely seen Kevin De Bruyne do that kind of thing plenty of times. A little over a minute to go. It is Southwestern 2, Whitworth 0. It's going to be a Southwestern win, but maybe it could have been 2-1. Goes up the line.
Here we go, boys. Get something out.
Opportunity. Just playing it in the corner is Southwestern.
No, and this is kind of what I thought Southwestern were going to play for. Just a few moments ago, I was saying they're going to play for possession. This is going to be hard work. It's like a possession drill on this big of a field is hard. You're going to have to run. And then Grimm pulled something insane out of his locker.
Yeah, look, we saw last year there was a goal for Trinity where the call was the corner, and then just launched an absolute rocket. I want to say it was Louis Instraw. And the entire bench, you might have been screaming it as well, was screaming the corner. And then he launched a rocket to double the lead.
I would have been on the other sideline.
Goes to ground.
These huge rosters, you get a lot of players sitting on the other sideline.
It's a yellow card there for Cole Friesen. Clock stopped, 14 seconds to go, which will probably be it, because I imagine that Southwestern will just hold possession here for 11 seconds, though. I don't think I even would have done that. I would have just passed it around the back for 11 seconds.
Yeah, probably would have passed it back to the goalie.
8, 7, 6.
I like that.
Yeah,
from
finish
Coach
out.
Moon saying finish out. Like, look, let's end on a positive note. Good work. I think, look, both teams played really well. Really entertaining game.
Yeah.
What did you think about this one, Scott?
Yeah, I thought it was a great game. Really impressed with Whitworth. I know the stats tell a different story, but, Southwestern were great on the press. They created opportunities, but Whitworth really showed good football today. Really, really well played from them. Really impressed with the culture and the team that they've built here. And then just Coach his words were just encouraging, and I liked his sentiment. He's the type of coach that I would have wanted to play
Yeah, I was going to say,
for.
the kind of coach you want to play for. We'll have a look at these goals. Here's that
That's the
offside goal that would have put them in front. There's the missed penalty.
But Grimm gets his goal back in the end.
Grimm does eventually get the goal, and it's certainly more spectacular than a penalty. There's the first. Just rounded the keeper, came in. He had a chance like that earlier, but was under a bit more pressure. And then here's this absolute stunner from Grimm. Got enough on it. If he put a little less on that,
No, it's saved.
it's saved. Just really great strike. I will say, look, Dax Flanders had a great game. 10 saves. I know he's on the losing end, but he did really, really well with those 10 saves and did very well to get a touch on that strike from distance.
Almost.
There's your final stats. 12 shots on goal to 0, 24 shots to 3. It didn't feel like that in the moment.
It did not.
11 fouls apiece. It wasn't really a dirty game, just some chippy fouls here and there. 5 offsides, which reflects a lot of the game was played in Whitworth's half. 5 corners as well. But yeah, really entertaining game. We're going to be back here in a little over 10 minutes for Trinity versus Berry to finish off the weekend. So we hope you stick with us. I've been Chris Hockman, with who's been Scott Lebo from all of us at Tiger Network. Hope to see you in just a little bit.